All right, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Bit-O-Asm-2 challenge from picoCTF, otherwise known as Cylab, in the reverse engineering category of challenges. The description says, can you figure out what is in the EAX register? Put your answer in the picoCTF flag format, picoCTF n, where n is the contents of the EAX register, in the decimal number base. If the answer was hex 11, your flag would be picoCTF 17. Download the assembly dump here. Atvow says, you must spend a lot of time prepping for these classes. Yeah, I spend a good amount of time prepping these. Otherwise, you don't get to have slides and stuff to present. So what we can do is we can right-click and select copy link, then go over to your terminal. We'll make a directory for this, Bit-O-Asm-2, and then we'll move into that directory. Then we're going to type wget space, then paste in the address we copied, then hit enter to download the file. So after we do that, we've got disassembler dump 0b.txt, and we're just going to use nano to take a look at the file. All right, so what's going on in here? So like the previous challenge, we have to pay attention to what's going on in the EAX register, but there are a bunch of other instructions that are going on here as well. So there are other memory locations that are being referenced, and what we need to do is we need to keep track of what's inside of these memory storage locations. So this is picoGym exclusive Bit-O-Asm-2. In this challenge, we're asked to look at an assembly dump for a program and figure out what's in the AX register at the end of the program. So what we're taking a look at is x86 assembly instructions. In order to understand the contents of the disassembly dump file, we need to understand a bit about the x86 assembly language. Assembly languages are the programming languages that are closest to the pure machine code that the computer processors execute. And we have to understand the EAX memory register. So the goal of the challenge is to understand what is in the EAX register. It is a memory register, a location where data is stored. The CPU has many memory registers, and EAX is a very commonly used one. We also have to understand the move instruction. So move is an assembly instruction which moves data into memory locations. So in these instructions over here, move will move the value hexadecimal 9FEA1, E1A, that is decimal value 654,874 into the D-word PTR location here. So first, this big number is loaded into D-word PTR, and then the contents of D-word PTR, RBP minus hex 4, is moved into EAX. So it's a two-step process. So then another move instruction will move the contents of the D-word PTR location into the EAX register. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So we only need to pay attention to two memory locations, D-word PTR, RBP minus hex 4, and EAX. So first, this hex number is loaded into D-word PTR, RBP minus hex 4. And then from there, it's moved into EAX. So it's this value, which is the value in EAX at the end of the program. So what was that one more time? It's this really big number. Decimal value 654,874. So this is the flag we're looking for. So we'll copy this. Then we'll wrap it up in the picoCTF flag wrapper, which is picoCTF squiggly brackets, and then the number inside of them, inside of the brackets. Copy this, and then go back to the challenge. Down at the bottom of the challenge, there's a flag submission field. Paste in the flag, and then click on Submit. And you're done. All right, everybody, that was a guided walkthrough for the Bit-O-Asm-2 challenge from picoCTF, otherwise known as Cylab, in the reverse engineering category. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.